Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out The Film Geek. Today I'm talking about the 1999 film, End of Days.
NYPD, get me an ambulance!
Striker Wall, what the hell's going on?
Shit. Tell me you remembered. Come on! Get up, you pussy. Where's the shooter? Headed for the roof. So are we.
End of Days is directed by Peter Haynes, and it's starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Gabriel Byrne, and Kevin Pollak. So what is End of Days about? Well, it's pretty much just Arnold Schwarzenegger versus the devil. I mean, that is the exact plot of this movie. I'm not going to go into this whole prophecy and the child is born of the Antichrist and all this stuff. All you need to know about this movie is Arnold Schwarzenegger versus the devil. End of Days was the first movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger filmed after making Batman and Robin in 1997. You see, the studio was afraid of insuring him because he just had heart surgery after he made Batman and Robin. This made him a very big liability. And being that he was a big action star and enjoyed doing a lot of his own stunts, studios were worried that their money was going to be just thrown out the window with him being in a movie. So it took 2 years for him to get his career back on track. Arnold said it was also a little weird because studio execs and insurance agents showed up on set and was asking him some questions like, so you enjoy doing this? And things of that sort. And they talked to him for a while, and after the first week of filming, they just stopped showing up. This movie also marks the end of a home media format. This was actually the last movie to be pressed on Laserdiscs. Sam Raimi was actually offered the directorial seat of this film. He said no because he would rather film the movie for love of the game. Now, End of Days was not a financial flop. Actually, the movie made a decent amount of money, and it actually earned $212 million at its box office run. Critics, however, ate this movie alive. It is currently sitting on Rotten Tomato with an 11%. Most critics point out the character that Arnold plays is just a generic, normal character that Arnold would play at any given time. The gruff cop who's suffering from depression and, just an all-around just kind of guy that when you see him, you're like, that dude's gonna smell. I mean, that's just kind of the typical character that Arnold was playing at the time. And critics just kind of looked at the movie as just another Schwarzenegger film. But the movie is a lot more than that. I will tell you that this movie is just nothing more than popcorn fluff. Before we start getting into artsy-fartsy stuff, please understand, this is nothing more than a film that you're gonna sit and watch and stuff buckets of popcorn into your mouth and you're gonna have a good time. So what do I like about this movie? Well, like I said, Arnold Schwarzenegger versus the devil. I mean, come on, what more do you need? That is it. That's all the explanation you need about this film to get me to go see it. And that is all they needed to get me to go see it. I remember seeing the trailer for the first time, and I went to the theater just excited to see Arnold Schwarzenegger take on the devil. So it worked. Now, the movie does have pretty good special effects. The story is a little generic, the characters are a little generic, but that's fine. This is a popcorn fluff film. This movie isn't made to win Oscars, maybe in special effects and stuff like that, but there's no best actor or best film coming out of this movie. People put too many expectations on things sometimes. Just remember, this movie is just Arnold Schwarzenegger versus the devil. Pop yourself up a big bowl of popcorn, flop down on the old couch, and enjoy yourself. All right, guys, that brings us again to the end of another Film Geek video. Thanks again for checking things out. If you liked what you saw here today, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and ring the bell for notifications. And of course, like I always like to say, folks, keep watching movies. You know I'm gonna.